If you want to receive a Discover credit card limit increase, I want you to watch this show. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Esmasuda Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to explain to you, step by step, how to get a Discover credit card limit increase. The first thing first, you need to understand that each credit card that you have, each Discover credit card that you have has its own limit policies, okay? So there are three conditions that you need to fulfill before being approved for a Discover credit limit increase. Let's talk about the Discovery cashback. You have up to 35% increase based on your current limits. You need to be a cardholder for at least 6 months and have no recent increase in the last 4 months. You probably know that Discover cashback is a cashback credit card, so you can earn 5% cashback on everyday purchases at different places each quarter, plus you can earn 1% cashback on all other purchases. Then you have the Discovery Chrome card, up to 25% increase based on your current limits, card holdership for at least 6 months, no recent increase in the last 6 months, okay? This is really good. Then you have the Discovery Miles, up to 30% increase based on your current limits, card holdership for at least 9 months, no recent increase in the last 6 months. So this is good if you're trying to earn miles on everyday purchases. Then you have the Discovery Student Cashback, up to 20% based on your current limits, card holdership for at least 4 months, no recent increase in the last 4 months. So if you are a student and you're looking for a card that will allow you to earn cashback, this is a great card. Then you have the Discovery Student Chrome card, up to 28% increase based on your current limits, card holdership for at least 6 months, no recent increase in the last 5 months. Okay, and this is good. Also, with this card you can get cashback at gas stations and restaurants. And then you have the Discovery Secure Credit Card. Now, this card is not eligible for credit limit increases, but there is a possibility of upgrade into an unsecured card after 6 to 9 months of responsible card usage, on-time payments, as you know, not only on this credit card but also on all other credit cards that you have, and steady increase in the applicant's credit score. Okay, so big question here: credit card. So here you have it. You now have an idea of the credit card that you have, and you have the condition that you must fulfill to qualify for the limit increase. Are you going for it? Great. If you're going for it, then step number 2, you want to check your credit score. It's quintessential that you check your credit score. If you're trying to get a Discover credit card limit increase, you have to understand that a credit score plays an important role. I don't care about the relationship you have with Discover. This is also important, don't get me wrong. However, your credit score plays an important element. So there are 5 reasons why you should check your credit reports at least once a year. Here on this show, we tell people to check their reports once a month. Okay, it has to become a routine. It has to become a habit for you to check your credit report. It's important. Now, if by checking your report, let's say frequently, this can help you detect and dispute errors, right? If you see any problems, stuff is going on that you don't really you don't agree with the validity of an item, you can dispute it. You can just contact the credit bureaus directly, or you can have someone do it for you. Not a problem. And your credit may be affected by others' mistake, okay? Because again, stuff happens. You may be, let's say, you can think that, oh, I'm paying my bills all the time. But what if somebody made a mistake about you and they put the wrong data on your credit report? You might also stop identity theft and credit card fraud early on. If you check your credit regularly, you're able to know exactly what happens. And again, as I told you before, if you do this every month, you will realize that, hey, listen, something is wrong here. You know, I've never shopped in this store. What's going on? So you can actually report fraud early on, which is really important. Okay, you can notice that something is wrong and you can report right away. Now, if you notice an unfamiliar account or inquiry, you want to call up the issuer and find out how it ended up on your report, whether it is on Discover card or other credit cards. Really important. And you will save money by being proactive about your credit, because it's all about having a low APR, right? If you have a high score, you're having automatically a low APR. This is important. This is part of the financial responsibility efforts that we have been talking about on this show. And so big decision time. Do you know that, first of all, when was the last time you have checked your credit score, your credit report? Talk to me about that. But did you know that it is free? There is a website called annualcreditreport.com, and you go to their website. It's free. You can have access to a free copy of your Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion credit report and score, and you have access to this once a year or whenever you get denied credit. So take advantage of that. Step number 3, folks, I want to talk to you about planning. So before you apply for a Discover credit card limit increase, there are a few things you need to know about. This is very important. So and this has to do with timing. You have to think about what is your current credit limits. What I'm trying to say here is that if you have a 10,000 credit limits, don't ask for a 5,000 extra. Don't ask for a delta of 5,000, because that will be 50%. Okay, so you really want to think about your current limits, and you want to think about a reasonable percentage increase in terms of increase. This is why I gave you earlier on in the show a few minutes ago, I spoke to you about the limit increases that you can apply for. So okay, so if you have 10,000 in current limit, you may ask for a $2,000 increase or $3,000 increase. That makes more sense. Okay, so this is very important. So when you apply for a Discover credit limit increase online, for example, Discover will determine how much of a credit line increase to offer you. To give you an idea, you can compare your credit report at the time you were given the original credit limit to your current credit report. So you might want to look for all items, including the scores themselves. Okay, so your credit is a major factor in how issuers like Discover and other issuers determine your credit limits when you apply for a card. Okay, so the first thing is, what is your current credit limit? How much credit do you want? Very important. And the third question you need to ask yourself as you are planning for the credit card limit increase is, am I eligible for an increase? Okay, so according to Discover, the 3 best times to request a credit limit increase are when your credit score is strong. Let's say you go from 650 to 800, for example. This is a great time to ask for a limit increase because you have stellar credit. So that's the first time. The second time, when you have demonstrated good repayment behavior with a card issuer. So if you've had a wonderful relationship with Discover, you have been paying them all the time, no problem, but you also have been maintaining a great payment behavior with other issuers also. Okay, and the third time is when your income increases. Okay, credit card is a financial product, so Discover wants to make sure that you have enough money to cover the limit increase. So if you meet at least one of the criteria on Discover's list, you might be eligible for a Discover credit limit increase. So number 1, when your credit score is strong. Number 2, when you have demonstrated good repayment behavior with a card issuer. Number 3, when your income increases. Let's talk about the process. Okay, so there are 3 ways to increase your credit limit with Discover. Okay, so requesting a credit limit increase on your Discover credit card is one way to increase your credit limits with Discover, but it's not the only option. People think, well, I just have to call the number or whatever at the back of the card and I'm fine. No, there are other ways to increase your credit limits. So you can apply for a new Discover card. Yes, this might sound a little counterintuitive, but it is true. If you want to increase your available credit with Discover, you don't necessarily have to request a credit limit increase on an existing Discover credit card. You can also apply for a new Discover credit card. So taking out a new Discover card gives you an additional line of credit, which can help you increase your total available credit and potentially boost your credit score. So this is something you need to think about, okay? And a new Discover card can also help you access additional credit card rewards. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you have the Discover cashback. You might want to consider applying for the Discover Miles. That way you can earn cashback rewards and travel rewards on your purchases. Okay, so that's the first thing. You can apply for a new Discover card. Number two, you can request a credit limit increase. So this is what we're talking about here in today's show. So if you want to request a credit limit increase with Discover, you can call the number on the back of your rewards credit card or other credit card, or you can log into your online account or Discover app. So if you are requesting a Discover credit limit increase online, select Manage, followed by Credit Limit Increase. And if you are using the Discover app, select Services, followed by the Credit Limit Increase feature. So be prepared to provide your total annual gross income as well as your monthly housing or rent payment. So if you are contacting Discover customer service by phone, you may also be asked why you want Discover to increase your credit limit. So make sure you have an answer ready. Very important. Preparation is key here, okay? So a Discover credit limit increase request might involve a hard credit inquiry, which could drop your credit score by a few points, but Discover will only proceed with that part of the application after receiving your consent, okay? You can also look out for an automatic credit limit increase, okay? Discover may automatically increase your credit limit depending on your account history and credit worthiness. So if you consistently make on-time payments on your Discover card account, for example, you might be more likely to receive an automatic credit limit increase than someone who regularly misses payments, okay? So if you want to have, let's say, an automatic credit limit increase from Discover, do your best to practice good credit habits and keep your credit score as high as possible. And how long does a Discover credit line increase take? Well, there's no official statement from Discover on how long it takes. But the thing is that sometimes you may be granted the request that you need immediately, or you have to wait like within 1 to 3 days. And so yeah, a credit line increase request will be accepted or denied within minutes if you're lucky. If not, just have to wait 1 to 3 days. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. I just want to talk to you now about the step number 5, rejection. Well, the thing is that not everything is rosy. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't work. So what to do if your Discover request is denied? Because not everybody is accepted, right? Not everybody's limit increase is accepted. One thing you need to do is that don't panic. You have options. Do not panic at all. There are options. There are things you can do strategically to make sure the next time you reapply, you can actually be approved. First thing, you want to increase your income, okay? Discover is more likely to increase your credit limits if you can prove that your income has gone up. And it might be time for you to ask for a raise, take on a side hustle, or start hunting for a new job. So after you have increased your income, make sure to update your Discover account with your new gross annual earnings. And if you are logging into Discover through a web browser, select Profile, Edit Account Profile, and Edit Income and Housing Info. And if you are using the Discover app, select More, Profile, and Income and Housing Information, okay? So once your income information is updated, you might be ready to request another credit line increase. Or Discover might increase your credit limit automatically. Sometimes those things are done automatically, okay? And you want to improve your credit score also. So Discover is also more likely to increase your credit limits if your credit score, your FICO score improves. So you want to start doing the work to build your credit. If you want to improve your credit score as quickly as possible, focus on making on-time payments on all of your credit accounts and paying down your outstanding debt. So the first one will account for 35% of your FICO score, and the second one 30%. So that's 65%. This is really, really, really good, okay? And number 3, you want to consider a balance transfer. Okay, one of the best ways to pay off outstanding credit card balances is through a balance transfer. So the transfer process allows you to transfer your credit card debt onto a single balance transfer credit cards, which can help you consolidate your debt into a single monthly payment. Plus, many of the top balance transfer credit cards offer 0% intro APRs on balance transfers for up to 18 months, which gives you really over a year to pay off your transferred balances without added interest. Okay, you can also try to apply for a credit card from a different issuer. If you get denied, not a problem. Okay, you have options. Discover is not the only credit card issuer on the market. Thank God, right? So apply for a card at another bank or credit union. You might be lucky. Who knows? Let me talk to you about Free Score. Now, the thing with the Discover credit card is that they do have a wonderful service, and this is called a credit scorecard with your FICO score. And the service is free. So if you're trying to get a credit limit increase, and before or after after doing that, if you get denied, there are things you can do to monitor your credit score for free. Okay, and Discover gives this FICO credit score for free. You are basically and this has no impact to it has no impact on your credit. Okay, Discover will show you what's helping and hurting your score. Okay, and you will receive notifications every 30 days to view your FICO score. Plus, you get important category details that help you improve your score in several places. And one thing I want to say here is that Discover will proactively notify you if your social security number is found on any of thousands of dark websites. Okay, one thing I want to say, Discover will never sell your data. So what is Discover up to? Well, they're just trying to increase their clientele. They're trying to expand their market share. So if you sign up for this service, which is free, and again, you don't have to be a Discover cardholder to qualify for a registration here. They just are trying to tap into a new source of data. They will start selling you some loans. They'll start bombarding you with some credit card offers down the road, even though they're saying that they are just telling you that, hey, listen, we'll never sell your data to a third party. They might do that. One thing I want to say here is that this service is still worth it. It is definitely worth it. Why? Because you are getting free information, free relevant information about your FICO score, in exchange of which you're allowing Discover to send you every now and then some newsletters and some product solicitations. Okay, it has to be a win-win situation. And the thing here is that Discover wants you to check your credit scorecard without worry, which is why they only offer it for free, especially if you are a Discover customer. Even if you're not, they still want your business. Okay, and one thing you also need to pay attention to, and so the service is called My FICO Credit Scorecard, and you can check it for free. Okay, not a problem. And another thing I want to talk about here is that by checking your FICO score regularly, you're able to monitor not only fraudulent activities when they happen, you're able to also boost your credit score. You're able to find out what exactly worked or hurt your credit score. So folks, this is the end of today's conversation. I was talking to you about the Discover credit card limit increase, how to get it step by step. So number one, you need to understand the different limits based on the card that you currently have or the card that you are targeting. Number two, understand the importance of your credit score. Number three, you want to plan things. Number four, you want to understand the process, the Discover credit card limit increase process. Number five, you want to know exactly what to do if you are being rejected. And number six, understand the Discover free credit score service. It's called the Credit Score Card, and this is free, and you can use that service to boost your credit, to monitor it, and to improve your chances of applying for a Discover credit card limit increase successfully in the future. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.